Hey, what's up, besties? The Budget Misses are going to be in Memphis on March the 2nd. You don't want to miss it. So if you're close, you're in the area, you live here, you stay here, whatever, you need to have your face in the place. We're going to be focusing on debt elimination as well as money management. So you don't want to miss these tips and tricks and things, and just getting a chance to interact and be personable with not just ourselves, me and Shay, but as well as your peers. You definitely want to get a chance to do that so you can just kind of get an understanding and know that you're not alone. Financial freedom can happen and you can get there. All right, so make sure you guys go to ElaineMichelle.com. I'll have the links down below, or ShayBudgets.com. There is a section that says Budget Misses Tour, and you can pay for your ticket right there, just like that, through PayPal. Again, the cost is $50, and we will also be going to a restaurant afterwards, so we'll get a chance to do some businessy stuff and then just kind of hang and chit chat. So I hope to see you there. Don't forget, March 2nd, Budget Misses in Memphis. Hey, what's up, besties? It's your girl, Michelle, and I'm back with another video. Thank you so much for stopping back by my channel. If this is your very first time, I need you to stop what you're doing, click the subscribe button, as well as the notification bell so that you don't miss any more of my videos. So today we're just going to be getting into our paycheck to paycheck budget, and I know I'm a little bit behind, so just bear with me. But I am in my petite planner, which I am so in love with, and I'm so excited for whoever gets a chance to win this and they get a chance to try it too, because this is amazing. I'm loving how I can just carry around everything with me and put down little things that happen throughout the week, like something I did on Friday that I need to mark down. I accidentally used my Capital One card, and I shouldn't have, and that was for $50, but I was using PayPal, the wallet on my phone, and for some reason this one came up first, and it normally doesn't. I was at Sephora, so I was trying to use my PayPal card, and anyways, so I need to make sure I make a note of that, because it isn't going to show up on the bill that would normally come up. It isn't going to show up until March, but I do need to go ahead and pay that off. And I do apologize if you guys can hear my dryer in the background. It's kind of acting a little crazy, and I have laundry to do that I have to get done, so there's that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get into our paycheck to paycheck budget, and I like doing these again because I think it's the best way to do them. It makes a whole lot of more sense to me to do it in this way, because I'm actually able to see everything that I am doing with each particular paycheck, and that's what I think is important for you to look at, because you can do an overall monthly budget, but it kind of helps to, you know, see where your money is going by the paycheck, and that will help you to really adjust or move things around the way you need to. I was going to use this pen. I love this pen by Scribbles by KP. She has these beautiful pens, and they work really, really, really good. They're a thinner pen than the Villa Beautiful, so I'm going to pull out my Villa Beautiful pen because you guys say you like that, and there is a link for you guys to save some money on these pens down below. I think it's like 10% or something like that, so make sure you fill that out if you are interested in the pen that I'm using. I mean, pen does make a difference to me, but you know, who are me to judge? Judge not. So this is actually not January the 31st. Wait, yes, this was my January the 31st check. I'm like, what? We did it right this time. She got it right this time. This is my January the 31st check, which is my first check of the month. And so my my actual paycheck, and this was, let's put down our paycheck here. So our budgeted amount, we were budgeting for 2011, but it actually came to 210, and it's so weird, and 11 cents. So whatever that's about, they got something going on there, but that lets me know kind of what we have going on and all of that stuff. So let's see. Do we need to put down another one of those? No, we'll just skip the line and go straight into our bills. So we have rent, of course, that's annoying, and we're budgeting for $780 for rent. And then we have our insurance, and insurance I had at $210, but it actually should have been budgeted at, I forgot about the two insurances that coincide with each other. So it should actually be 230, I believe. And so we'll see how that ends up, but I will correct that on my monthly. And then we have Navient, and Navient stays the same. That is 103, of course. And then we have our iTunes number 1, and that is 1641. And then we have our YouTube TV, and that is 4610. I haven't ordered anything, so I don't think it'll be any more than that. And then we have Zips Car Wash. Oh, I wrote that a little crook. And that is $14.95. Okay, so that is everything that will come out of our first paycheck as far as like bills wise. And this one, insurance, I like to go through and mark which ones are going to automatically be taken out of my account, because I think that's important to note and be aware of just in case something happens. So I usually try on that day to go and look at my account and see, you know, what is actually being taken out of my account, because the last thing I want to happen is for me to get so comfortable with these numbers that I'm just like, oh, okay, whatever is paid. I really need to be checking those amounts and making sure, because like Netflix is going to be going up next time, and that is something that's really important to make sure you are checking out, just to see your fees in case you missed an email or something like that. Okay, so then we have our cash envelopes, and we're budgeting for $420, and then our sinking funds is going to be supposed to be 70. I rounded it back up to 80 because taking out that small amount of money was kind of awkward for me. So I'm just gonna do that and leave that alone and let it be what it's gonna be. And let's see what we have left over after. So we need our remaining. Ooh, what did I just spell? Child. Okay, so we have our remaining balance, and we have our total expenses. There we go. Put that there and that there, and then our remaining balance from that amount. And then this is what I my notes will be here for this time. Pay on trip, and then I also need to make January debt payment, and I'll explain that in just a moment. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into what our paycheck says. Could have sworn I had my calculator up first to go. So 780 plus 230 plus 103 plus 1641 plus 4610 plus 1495 plus 500, because that's what that is putting us at excuse me, $1690.46. So our total expenses for this pay period is $1690.46. And then our remaining balance, we'll subtract that from the 210.11, which is that weird number over there, and that's gonna leave us with $319.65. And we are still in the green, so that is good. I like when we are in the green. So I'm just gonna take one of my highlighters here, and I'm going to use my green one, and I'm just going to kind of color around it, or however, highlight it, however you want to say it, that we were in the green. And that just lets me know right off the jump when I'm looking in here that I can see that our money, you know, we're good for this month, and I'm good. Okay. Excuse me. So my notes would be, I want to pay on my trip, and the remaining balance on that is $476, I believe. Yeah, $476 is left on there. And I want to make a January debt payment, and that is paying extra car note or remaining trip. So now that I've kind of reconciled the end of my month for January, I can kind of look forward to see what I need to do with the leftover funds that I had left over from January. So my first thing I'll know that is really important is that I need to go ahead and pay off this trip. I want to be done with that, and then using any money I am saving or getting towards that for like spending money, shopping money, whatever that is, whatever I'm gonna need coming up to that. And then also getting ready for budget misses stuff. Some of these things we do have to come out of pocket with in the beginning until we can reimburse ourselves. So budget misses expenses, if there's anything that comes up that we'll need to pay for that. And I think I'll have some extra income as well. And this extra income would just be from a speaking engagement. So I want to be sure that I note that I may have some extra income. And I'm going to put like a little question mark by there. In the event that it does happen, that is going to give me $100 in my pocket. And I'm excited about that because I don't, well, not that it'll be my first time, but I don't normally, I mean, I don't know. It's just interesting because this is outside of our realm. So that might be coming in at that point. So we'll keep an eye on that. And then we have our notes section here. And I'm just going to kind of give it a little color there. And that's it. That's my paycheck to paycheck budget. And that's how I do it. I just literally take my bills that I have for the month and I put them over here into their respective categories. And then I'll track what I actually paid and what my cash envelopes are, if I have any money left over, all of that stuff, and what my balance would be. I would take this $319. I would leave it in my account. I would not touch it until the end of the month. And then once the end of the month comes, then that will let me know what I need to do with this money. If a bill comes up, if something happens, what have you, whatever, like I had a birthday that I wanted to support the girl on, and so I spent that $50 at Sephora so she could get her makeup done, and excuse me, but I might end up having to take that money out of there as well. So I do need to make a note of that. $50 owed to Capital One. And I'm going to highlight this now that I'm thinking about it. I'm going to go ahead and highlight this one, and this will just bring it to my attention that this is something that may need to be done or doesn't have to be done. But if I do have the extra money, I probably want to focus on going ahead and paying that one off first, because that's a credit card and I don't want them type of problems in my life now that everything has been paid off. So yeah, that's my paycheck to paycheck budget. Make sure you guys hit the like button, make sure you subscribe, and as always, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any more of my videos, and I will catch you in my next one. Mwah! KK, bye!